Hello, my friends. I had to try this. I mean, this is one of those features that, look at this thing. This is awesome. And it matches my rhino shirt. Check it out. I was told there would be rhinos here. Am I back on? Sorry, guys. I got a phone call in out of nowhere. I had to try this effect. This is so cool. But I will take it off because I was saying, let's see, how do we take it off? What? Okay, I was saying I'm wearing my rhino shirt. I was told there would be rhinos. If you're part of our Rhino Nation, drop a rhino emoji in the comments below. Hello, welcome to our Facebook Live on Friday night. Martin, what up? As you're joining me, let me know what you're grateful for today. And if you're catching the replay, make sure you let me know that it is the replay you're watching. Have you ever had a gut feeling, like, you feel like like, I can't put my finger on it, but I have this weird feeling, like this gut feeling, right? Well, check this out. There was a study done by two scientists in the University of Iowa. They did this study with these 4 decks of cards and play cash, right? So what would happen is that each card that they would draw, each card that they would draw, either it would win them cash or lose them some, right? So the goal was obviously to win as much as you can. And as the study went on, you could see that the decks were rigged. Okay, the decks were rigged, and 2 of the decks would give you much more winning, but when you lost big as well. The other 2 decks wouldn't give you as much winnings, but you wouldn't lose as much either. So the study found that it would take the players about 50 cards before they started to favor the safer decks, right? And it would take them about 80 cards to kind of figure out why. Now get this. There were sensors attached to the wrist of the players. So after about 10 cards into the game, they could actually sense that they're getting nervous and sweaty palms, and this indicated that their gut feeling figured the game out first, right? So this is very interesting because a lot of times we have these feelings that we don't really can explain, but we know they're there, right? And you have positive intuitions and you have negative intuitions. In positive intuitions, your body will react a certain way. Like, for example, if you have a positive gut feeling, then you have that sense of warmth, you're feeling safe, you can breathe easy, you probably can hear clearly, see clearly, you have goosebumps, warm goosebumps, and you're relaxed in your shoulders and your gut, right? That's the positive. If you have a negative gut feeling or intuition, you usually have like cold palms and feet, and your hands are sweaty, if you would. You may be even feeling nauseated. You may get a sense of high alert. You may be low on energy. You may even feel a little bit of a headache coming on. If you ever had a positive or a negative intuition or a gut feeling, drop the words "I have" in the comments below so I know. Hey Tracy. Now check this out. There is 5 gut feelings or intuitions that they say you got to pay attention to. I'm going to share those with you. The first one is, I am in danger. This is when you meet somebody at a coffee shop or a bar or a restaurant, and you just don't really feel safe. You're like, there's something wrong here. I don't feel right? Or you're walking down the street and you feel like maybe somebody's following you, or you just don't feel safe. That's when the am in danger intuition comes in. The second type is I want to help intuition. This is where helping somebody makes you feel good, right? Let's say you give that extra tip. You wanted to tip $1, you gave $3. You paid for the guy behind you at drive-through. This is when you do that deed, you feel good. Have you ever had that? If you ever have had that, say I have. You just feel good about doing something for other people. Now, helping or giving help or sympathy is one of the most powerful basic intuitions, which I didn't know. I figured that out tonight. The third type is I know how to do this. This is when, let's say for example, I give you an example. Let's say that you're a ball player. You're at the free throw line, and instead of you focusing on what you already know, you get distracted or overwhelmed by the audience or the people behind the pole doing this thing, the pressure of the players, and you miss the shot. Or let's say you are preparing your favorite dish, but this time instead of doing it in your home, you're doing it at a 5-star resort in front of a very high-end chef trying to get a job there, right? So instead of focusing on what you already know because you know how to do this, you're overwhelmed by everything else, right? The fourth kind is called this is it intuition. This is when you meet somebody or have this conversation, then you're like, oh my God, this is it. Like, this person so gets me. This is so the right person, right? Or I don't know, you shop for a house or a car and you see it, you're like, oh my God, this is it. This is the house I want. This is exactly what I have been looking for, right? The fifth kind is something feels wrong in my body. This is when you hear people say, you gotta listen to your body, right? This is when you feel that cold is coming on, or you just feel something is wrong, right? So you can have that gut feeling and you can go with it. Now, get this. The most remarkable memories we have in life, if you think about it, are based on gut feelings and intuition. And they're really cognitive free. It's not about overthinking a project or a circumstance or a situation. Is when you said, oh, I have a good feeling about this, I'm gonna go with it, right? Thank you for the loves. Finally, I'm getting some loves, baby. So the most remarkable memories you have are based on your gut feelings. Now, this all leads me to this. Take care of your gut, right? I mean, yeah, take care of your intuition gut, but take care of your gut too. Get this, 70% of your immune cells are in your digestive tract. So what does that tell you? Take care of your digestive tract, okay? Now, you ask me, how do you take care of your digestive tract, Sean? I'm glad you asked. You do that by probiotics. Now you ask me, what's probiotics? Another good question, I'm glad you asked. Probiotics are basically good bacteria. They, what they do, they help support your digestive system and your immune cells, right? They help with occasional bloating or infectious diarrhea, or they just replenish the good bacteria, right? Now, there's a lot of brands on the market as probiotics, but the one I particularly use is this little guy right here, this pixie stick, and I'm gonna give you 3, maybe even 4 reasons why I think you should try this guy, okay? The first one is that this little pixie stick right here, this one has a patented micro encapsulation technology. Try to name that your kid after this, right? It's got a patented microencapsulation technology, which means it guarantees, you ready for this? Guarantees 5 billion cells delivered to the system. Which means when you take this little guy right here, it guarantees that 5 billion systems of probiotics will get to your system. That's pretty good, right? That's real good. The second reason is that this little guy right here is an all-in-one. What does that mean is this. When you're taking a probiotic, usually you have to take an antifungal plus a digestive enzyme as well. So they all together do what they need to do. This little guy right here has a strain of antifungal in it. It also has a strain of digestive enzyme. So what that means is when you take this little guy right here, this guy here, you take an all-in-one. You have it all in one little pixie stick. I'll give you a third reason. Third reason is that this is also a prebiotic. What does that mean is that once it does what it needs to do, once it gets to where it needs to get, it leaves behind the good bacteria, yes, but it also, check this out, it also acts as a fertilizer for good bacteria to flourish and keep bad bacteria at bay. What? Have I got your attention? I think so. I told you that I would give you 4 reasons. The fourth reason is this. The fourth reason is if you are already taking a probiotic and you already know probiotic, guess what? I am looking for you. And here's the reason why. Because you already know what it is and you already have it in your system through a brand, so you already know what that does. I like you to give this little guy a try for 1 month, okay? And for that, as a token of appreciation, I'm gonna give you $10 off your first month order. All you do is try it. You don't care for it, you can send it back. No problem, get your cash back, all right? Now, by the way, if you're somebody who has no idea what probiotics are and who has haven't even tried it, but this all sounds really good, I welcome you to that as well. I'll give you $10 off your first order, first try, and you can just try it for a month and see what happens and see and you go from there. Now, I'll share this with you. I want to pause right there and share this with you. Some of you guys know that I am a cancer survivor. I only have 1 kidney, so I went through a kidney cancer, and I went through 6 months of chemo. I'm healthy, so don't be sorry or anything like that. I love it when people say, I'm really sorry. I'm like, why? You wanted me dead? You know? I've also had 5 inches of my intestine removed, small intestine removed, right? So when I say probiotics, it's a pretty big deal to me, right? I just don't take any type of probiotic, right? So when I share this with you, I want you to know that have complete faith that this thing is the best thing on the planet Earth. In fact, that's all you do, and it tastes amazing. Seriously, it tastes like it's so good. Like I always have to do this. It tastes so good. So, if you are taking a probiotics, I welcome you. I want you in. I want you to try this for a month. I give you $10 off for your first order. If you have no idea what this is, well, you are in for a ride of your life. This thing will rock you. $10 off there. If you're interested, type in the word deal in the comments or send me a PM, and I'll make sure I'll get you that $10 coupon. Until next time, have a great Friday night. Be safe. Talk to you soon.